Hey, my lovelies. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Welcome to the Daily Vibration. Today we are doing the Daily Vibration for December 22nd, 2019, and we are vibrating on the number 1 today. So before we jump into today's Daily Vibration, I want to welcome you guys and thank you for taking the time out. If you're clicking on the video via YouTube, welcome. If you're listening to the podcast, welcome. Today we're vibrating on the number 1. It is Sunday, so we're just going to get a little wisdom to get us through the day today. Now, before I go ahead and I break down my loves, just the energy in the atmosphere today, I do want to tell you guys that I do go live on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. You guys can check me out. If you're tuning in via the podcast, you can find me on YouTube at the number 4, Your Inner Voice, okay? Now, we answer questions on Fridays, Paid Forward Friday, so you guys can come on in, join the chat, and ask your questions because we do jump into the chat and answer questions. Also, the Daily Vibration do go up every morning at 12:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you guys can check it out either via my podcast or my YouTube channel. Now, don't forget that we are doing the special for the holidays where you guys can get an intuitive coaching session with me /reading, okay, for a donation of $50. If you're tuning in via YouTube, you can find the information for the donation links in the description box below. If you're tuning in via the podcast, we'll go over all of that information towards the end of the video or the actual series or segment. Is that what they say? Series segment. Okay. Anyway, my loves. Vibrating on the number 1 today, and keep in mind that energy is fluid, so if the message resonates, you take what you need and you leave what you do not. All right, we do the 4 elements here on this channel because you are not just responsible for your sun sign, but you also have to master all of the 12 of the zodiac signs because they all have an energetic pattern that you have to interact with on a daily basis. Okay, so vibrating today in the number 1, you know you have intuitive energy in the atmosphere, and intuition is available to you all day, every day. It's just up to you whether or not you're going to tap into your intuition, okay? The number 1 is also vibrating on creative energy, so keep that in mind. You are a co-creator with your experiences in this 3rd dimensional realm. Now, how do you create? You create with your thoughts, with your words, and with your thinking. I did say that. Your thoughts, your words, as well as your feeling, okay? Now, what gets things into physical manifestation will be your feeling, okay? Your feeling, aka your heart chakra, is how you manifest into this 3rd dimensional realm. So we do have intuitive energy and creative energy in the atmosphere today, as well as raw energy. So we're talking about 0-point reset energy. We're talking about the type of energy that sparks things. We're talking about the initial spark of intention is in the atmosphere today. Not to mention love is in the atmosphere. Now, love on both ways could be in the atmosphere today. You can have unconditional love that's in the atmosphere as well as love with conditions, okay? Unconditional love is when you understand that you can't change others. You know, you're just going to have to accept people and love them for who they are. Sometimes that does mean loving people from a distance when you're operating with unconditional love. And conditional love is when I love you, but if you do this, okay? So conditional love is love more with restrictions, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right. If you need examples of unconditional love, you can say maybe the love that a parent has for their child. You get disappointed with your kids, but you may not necessarily just cold outright, I don't love you, versus being in a relationship where you have conditions. I have to set these boundaries. And if you don't, abide by these boundaries, then the conditions to this love game may change. Okay. Both energies are in the atmosphere today. You just need to pay attention to what state of mind that you're operating in, okay? The lower vibrational end of the number 1 today, we do have lack of emotions in the atmosphere, passivity in the atmosphere, aggression, as well as arrogance in the atmosphere. It's also the holiday season, so a lot of you can start to be interacting and maybe spending quality time with the family because families are in for the holidays. And sometimes this is what brings to the surface a lot of things and a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, maybe even a lot of trauma that you may need to heal within your own personal walk, okay? Now, keep in mind, my loves, that you are responsible for yourself, okay? This is a season, or we've been in this season now, where forgiveness is really key. Forgiveness doesn't have to do with others getting away with things, but forgiveness is all about you releasing so you can move forward. All right. So we're going to start off with my wonderful fire signs because well, actually, let's start off with my earth signs because we are now full-fledged in Capricorn season, if I'm not mistaken, right? So we're in Capricorn season. I believe Capricorn season begins today. So we're going to start off with my earth signs. Earth signs, we're representing Capricorns, Taurus energy, as well as Virgo energy, okay? For my wonderful earth signs, okay, let's start off with Capricorn's energy. My wonderful Capricorns, your wisdom today is emotions are running on high today, my lovelies. Now, keep in mind, we've been talking about the moon energy and the sun's energy for 2 weeks now, okay? Last week was the sun, the week prior was the moon energy, and I explained to you guys that the sun and the moon are representative of that electromagnetic pull in your heart chakra. So you really need to check your positions in your sun sign and in your moon sign because your moon sign governs your emotional being, okay? Now, pay attention today because like I said, my wonderful Capricorns, we are in the holiday season, so you could have emotions running on high. And with emotions running on high, especially in the holiday seasons, if you are not aware of who you are or you're not tapped into yourself, you can become an emotional puppet because people can push your buttons, aka trigger you to react or maybe not even react when you should, okay? So pay attention to your emotions today, my wonderful Capricorns, okay, because you can feel a lot of emotional energy in the air. And remember, hazels and gargamels and your narcissists and your vampires are out today because we do have a lot of aggressive and arrogant energy as well as lack of emotions in the atmosphere today, Capricorns. Now, my wonderful Taurus, you guys have be bold and make the first move. Some of you may have to make the first move today. May it be bringing up and talking about something that may have been swept under the rug. May it be even taking actions in something that you need to take action in, or maybe even forgiving yourself, okay? Because you may have allowed something to unfold and not stood strong when you set your boundaries. You may have caved, is what I'm hearing, okay? My wonderful, wonderful Virgos, you have, it's time to breathe out. Okay, I don't know what your wonderful earth signs are dealing with today, but it seems to be some type of emotional energy in the atmosphere today for my wonderful, wonderful earth signs. So make sure that you're using your logical side as well as your intuitive, emotional side. You're gonna have to balance logic as well as your intuition today, my wonderful, wonderful earth signs. Now, dealing with my fire signs today, and fire signs, we got Sagittarius energies, Leo's energy, as well as my wonderful Aries, okay? So, Sagittarius, you guys have that you and your loved ones are safe. If any of you have been experiencing any type of issues where you've been in your head, just trying to figure things out and seeing exactly where you and your family stand before you take action, please know that you and your loved ones are safe, okay? Now, my wonderful Leos, you have a personal issue reaches resolution today. This is your message, okay, my wonderful Leos. So you need to move forward knowing that whatever you have going on, if you center yourself, you can find the resolutions that you need within. All right, my wonderful Aries, today you guys have that you need to surrender to the divine. Okay, now sometimes surrendering can do a lot of good if you understand that once you let go, things normally kind of work themselves out. You may have to take action, but sometimes you need to stop, pause, think, reevaluate everything before taking action. And that is the time that you surrender to the divine. I don't got it all figured out, but I know this is going to be okay. Okay. So surrender to the things you can't control, my wonderful Aries, and release the things that you can't control and allow the universe to do the rest. Okay. All righty. Now my wonderful water signs. And for water signs, we're talking about my Scorpios, my Cancers, and my Pisces. Today, my wonderful Scorpios, your message is the answers that you need are coming. Okay. So if you guys been feeling any type of emotional strain, mental strain, or physical strain because you're seeking answers and don't feel like you've been getting the proper answers or the proper guidance, just know that you do have the answers you need coming. This card represents the full moon in Gemini's energy, and Gemini energy is all about thinking. So some of you will need to get into your meditative space and allow the answers to come to you that you need, my wonderful Scorpio. My wonderful Cancers, you guys have, it's a time for healing. feeling, which is your message for today. So today you may want to pull back, take it slow, and really tap into yourself. You may want to get out of your feelings today, Cancer, so you can get into your feelings and see exactly what is the undertone that's bothering you, okay? Now, my wonderful Pisces, you have a void course moon where it says nothing is going to come of this situation. Now, if this is a negative, repetitive thought that you have in your mind, just know that the more you focus on the negativity about what you can't have, nothing is going to appear that you desire to experience. So please know that, okay? However, if you feel like you've been under some type of spiritual warfare or some type of spiritual attack, just know that as you stand ground within yourself, my wonderful, wonderful Pisces, you will see that nothing will come of the situation that's in front of you. And can I just say something for this card right here? Because my wonderful Pisces, some of you may have feel like somebody did not take accountability or there's no justice coming, right? This is how some of you may feel of this, or you may feel like somebody is getting away with something, right? You need to be able to release that and allow the universe to bring in the justice that it needs, okay? Now, or if someone is trying to seek like false justice, just know that that's not going to pan out, all right? Or if somebody's maliciously trying to hurt you, is what I'm hearing, my wonderful Pisces, just know that that's also not going to happen, okay? Now, for my wonderful, 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 wonderful air signs, you guys, and this is for my Virgos, not Virgo, I'm sorry. This is for my Gemini's energy. This is for my Libra's energy, as well as Aquarius energy, okay? Gemini, you guys, your message is your commitments is being tested today. You guys can see yourself, feel like you're going through, this is what I want to say. It just kind of feels like somebody's just picking at you today, my wonderful Geminis. And you need to stand firm in your belief system in what you believe in today. You may find that your commitments are being tested. You may think that you said yes to commit to something, and this is just a little bit more overwhelming than what you've signed up for. It's just more than you signed up for. All right. What you need to do is just push through the day. Just push through the day, my wonderful Geminis, okay? Do not allow anyone to take you out of your emotional bubble. Just know that you control your own reality and nobody else does, okay? Now, my wonderful Libras, you guys have a new romantic cycle begins in your life. Now, can I tell you something? This romantic cycle may not necessarily have to do with a new person. This could be with the person that you're with, or this could also be you tapping into your own romantic nature, like dating yourself, okay? A lot of us, when we are single, we like to look outside of ourselves, but sometimes you need to date yourself to see how to treat yourself, okay? Especially if you're single, my wonderful Libras. If you are not single, you can definitely find that your romance may have come to a new heightened level because both of you are in a place of openness, vulnerability, where you're balancing out the imperfections within your relationship, okay? Now, my wonderful Aquarius, you have the energy is gaining momentum, okay? Whenever this card pops up, I like to remind you guys, if you are in a negative mind space and all you've been focused on is negative energy, then that energy is gaining momentum. If you are more in a positive place where you've been putting in positive energy and positive affirmation and positive meditation, then just know that is the energy that's gaining momentum. So whatever energy, my loves, you're giving more attention to, negative or positive, that is the energy that is gaining more momentum, okay? Now, with that being said, my lovelies, keep in mind that we are vibrating on the number 1 today. This is all about that raw energy, raw power, that spark of life. This is about also creation. You are a co-creator. What are you creating? Creation starts from within. So what are you telling yourself within? What are you feeling within? What are you speaking into existence? You do have love and energy in the atmosphere. However, if you have loving energy in the atmosphere, the lower vibrational end to that will be unloving energy, passivity, some aggression in the atmosphere also, as well as some arrogance, okay? So, be mindful, my loves, okay? that your destiny in your life and the way you want things to unfold in your life is really your responsibility. You have to take control of not just what you think and what you repeat to yourself, but you also need to take responsibility for how you feel and what you're projecting outwardly. Okay? All right. So you guys know the deal. You guys know that you need to be kind to yourself, love yourself, honor yourself. Okay. If you are interested, once again, in a personal reading / coaching session, if you're tuning in via YouTube, you can find all of that information in the description box below. If you are tuning in via my podcast, you guys can go ahead and make your donation of $50 to the number 4, your inner voice at gmail.com. That will be my PayPal information. So once again, that's the number 4, your inner voice at gmail.com. That will be my PayPal. And you can also cash at me at $KIMOY106. Once again, that's $KIMOY106 if you want to cash at me. So that will be a donation of $50. You can just reference whether or not you would like a love or a career reading. And we can set up a coaching session. Okay, make sure that you include your emails, my lovely, so I can get you that calendar link and get you on the calendar. Much love to everyone that participated in the $31.15 donation. All right, for the celebratory channel expansion special that we had going. I appreciate all 15 of you because we got those slots filled. Okay. And I think because that went so well, I'm going to bring that back next month. So next month, we'll see where the viewership is at. And then we'll run a special based on how much viewers we have. Now, with that being said, it's Sunday, y'all. Take it easy. Relax, okay? Relax. And if I'm not, I'm trying to remember what day or what energy Sunday vibrates at. I have that for you. Maybe I'll start doing that, telling you exactly what planet is responsible for what day, so you can tap into that energy. I'll have that for y'all tomorrow. Okay, with that being said, my lovely, you guys know the deal. Okay, be kind to yourself. Do something kind for yourself. Honor yourself. Drink plenty of water. And I will see you guys here tomorrow for your dailies. Individuals will be going up. I am taking the holidays off, but I will post all individuals before I go on vacation. So you can start seeing individuals maybe around Monday, Tuesday, because after Tuesday, if the individuals are not up by Tuesday, I probably won't be doing anything until after Christmas. Okay. All right, my lovely. So love yourself, honor yourself, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's energy daily vibration. Bye, my loves.